Both Derby County and Ipswich Town looked sluggish out of the blocks in the early days of the campaign and were struggling for consistency and points. But they both put their feet to the floor since mid-October and are jostling for position in the scrap for Premier League prestige. Some key clashes in the days, weeks and months ahead, and this very much has the feeling of one of those. And of course, for today's game and all this weekend's matches, kickoff is 1 minute later than usual as part of the EFL's campaign Every Minute Matters, which is encouraging fans to learn CPR. Here comes Clark, trying to work the angle, trying to find the space, and he was stopped in the end by Matt Clark.
It's a really timely intervention. You can see the Derby defenders are worried because he's twisting and turning. He's so well balanced in the box, can go either way, left foot, right foot. So as a defender, you don't want to go diving in, trying to win the ball back, because if you mistime it, you give a penalty away. But eventually Clark had to do something, had to step in.
We have to be specific with our Clarks today, with Bobby, Matt and Jack all on the field.
And as we expect with Ipswich, when they have the ball, Leif Davis is playing virtually as the left winger. Jack Clark is drifting infield into more central areas. If you compare Philogene with Jack Clark, Clark does that more often, goes into those more central areas to get on the ball.
Corner swirling in all the time. It had to be watched by David Oso. There's a couple tumbled. This is Jack Clark back into the mix and seen away by Ben Burton Diaz.
Slightly lucky there, Oso. He's in a good defensive position, but he actually heads the ball back to the edge of the 6-yard box rather than maybe glancing it out for another corner. He's first to the ball at the far post, but this is a really poor defensive header. Just nod it out of play, just keeps that ball alive for Ipswich.
So they'll go again, same taker, same suspects in the middle, ready to cause some trouble. Derby County leaving Rhian Brewster up. Right into the mix, and into the net! It's an Ipswich Town goal, scored by a Derby County player. A wicked delivery that caused all kinds of problems. And inside the opening 8 minutes, Ipswich Town are ahead on their travels.
Look at Lewis Travis's body position here. He's actually ahead of the ball. He's actually facing his own goal when he heads it. So he's got his body position all wrong. It's a pacey ball in, it's flat. He maybe doesn't see it until slightly late, comes over Westburn's his head. It's his body position that's the problem. You shouldn't be facing your own goal when a ball is whipped in dangerously like that.
Oso towards Brewster, but it's Ipswich Town's ball thanks to Darnell Furlong. Taylor lays it off for him. It's another crunching challenge, and Lewis Travis is going to go in the book here. Well, we know that Darnell Furlong can get plenty behind these throws. He's got a decent run up here as well at Pride Park. Seen away by Merkin. Matt Clark towards Burton Diaz. Jack Clark prodding it through beautifully, and Anis Mehmeti foiled by Josh Vickers, who was quickly on him.
It's great movement off the ball from Mehmeti, great vision, weight of pass from Jack Clark, but defensively there's so many players ball watching, and against a team as talented as this at passing the ball, at moving off the ball watching is the last thing you should be doing.
Well, Burton Diaz levers his way past Leif Davis in towards Adjumang. He couldn't quite find the finish. They'll settle for the corner.
That's much better from Derby. It's not an easy chance for Adjumang because he's beyond the near post. Actually, O'Shea lets him go as well, and then just kind of doesn't track him, doesn't stay with him, actually shoves him, and maybe he could have got that flick right. You never know. It's a really difficult chance. He doesn't make any connection, but he got away from his centre half.
Clark engineering the space for the shot, which is swiftly closed down, as it was for David Oso. Athon might have fouled, then felt he was fouled. Burton Diaz. Brewster emerging with it, and it just bends away.
Well, it's a snapshot, nothing more. The angle is against him. The ball breaks fairly kindly for him. He's really struggled to get heavily involved in the game, Ryan Brewster. So when he's in this position, I'm not surprised he takes the shot on. He's maybe slightly slips as well.
Bobby Clark losing out. Matsusiwa doing what he does in the midfield area. Oh, it's through all the way to Wes Burns! Vickers to Derby County's aid once again. That looked all ends up 2-0 Ipswich.
Well, it's a crucial save, but Derry Merkin, the left-back, just gets caught ball watching. Wes Burns gets in so easily.
Matt Clark. Travis. On for Agyemang. Bobby Clark on the turn, on the ground. Penalty kick. Away back into the game for Derby County.
I think clearly he and Ipswich aren't happy. You know, how much contact is there on the Derby player here? He protects the ball well, tries to turn. I think maybe there's a little bit of contact. I do feel that Bobby Clark makes a bit of a meal of this as well. Is he taken out? I think he is. I take it back, he is caught. Matsusiwa again, you've got to stand your ground, don't go flying into the challenge. You're in your own penalty area, stay on your feet. He's got that challenge wrong and he's paid a heavy price.
It will be Ryan Brewster who scored his first Derby County goal in the reverse fixture. Brewster for parity. An emphatic finish from a goal down. A reminder to the Championship that you cannot take Derby County lightly.
This is a sign of really strong mentality. He's hardly had a kick, hardly had a chance in the game, yet when the penalty came along, he took it on his terms. There was no panic. You know, he took his time. Real composure just when Derby needed it.
Very much a seesaw of a game. This is McAteer. Oh, he finds Davis! Well, he can be so good with his feet, but that was a beauty with his head. Ipswich Town stamped their authority on the game again, and the race for Premier League promotion again.
Well, once again, Kieran McKenna's substitutes play their part. Casey McAteer. It's a decent cross. The header from Leif Davis is so considered. It is quite brilliant. He has a wonderful left foot. We normally talk about that. His shooting, his crossing. He plays as pretty much a left winger. He gets into that position when the cross comes in, but there's so much to do when this ball is drilled his way. You know, normally players would jump and take the ball down, chest control, but he knows exactly what he wants to do, and he just bullets it.
This is Travis. Merkin. Chance to put in the telling ball. Seen off easily by Ipswich Town. Challenge on Clark deemed legal. Now it's Chuba Akpom. All on his own, really. Hurst galloping into the area, and it squirms away.
Yeah, it's not where Fowler wants to be for Derby, but he does the right thing. He forces Akpom wide. It's a really tight angle. He's probably never going to score from there, but if you can't score, next best thing, get a set piece out of the situation. Keeps your team high up the pitch. You can run down the clock.
Furlong. Well, that's all got a little bit ugly. Lewis Travis went in after the ball. Darnell Furlong made sure he was in the way of it. Nobody really emerges from that with any credit. But it's a second yellow for Lewis Travis and the end of his game.
Well, of course he's frustrated. He wants to get the ball back. He wants to get the throw-in take and get up the pitch, but he just overdoes it. He didn't need to make this challenge. I think it's just a sign of the frustration he and Derby are feeling at being behind.
In the final minute of the initial 4 added. Derby County ball, and this is the last chance, you'd think.
Got to send everybody up here, just get the ball into the box, keep it away from Christian Walton. Give your big players, your centre-halves, something to attack. It's going to be a really high defensive line there, Ipswich are holding here, but throw everything at Ipswich now. Even Vickers up. It's going to be some story if he scores.
Now or never for the home side. Josh Vickers, one of those trying to play hero in the middle. This is Ward. Not going in the direction he'd hoped. Indeed, the game hasn't for Derby County either. Ipswich Town take another big step forward in their quest for a Premier League return. They emerge victorious from a lively, gritty, competitive championship encounter which ebbed and flowed and ultimately went the way of the Tractor Boys. It finishes Derby County 1, Ipswich Town 2.